So the band that we're featuring this week is not very well known. It was a synth pop band that I first heard of back in 2010. This was a time in my life where I moved around quite a bit and I didn't have TV or anything. So anything I learned about pop culture, I learned from like the internet and blogs, and it's embarrassing to admit now, but like I used to read Perez Hilton's blog just to kind of keep up on celebrity news and stuff, and this is where I first heard of Fan Death. He had like a little article about this new synth pop group and how cool their music video was, and that's how I first heard about Fan Death. And ever since I first saw this music video, it stuck with me. And then I showed you the video and you liked it a lot.
I mean,
I think it's
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think it's still one of my favorite music videos just because of the simple concept. But as I said earlier in this show, I am a sucker for attention to detail, and there is a lot of detail in this music video that I really appreciate. And of course, my love for pop culture and stuff like that is all embodied in this music video.
And people who respect actual artistry, like a lot of the video is a love letter to actual artistry.
Yeah.
And you can see that if you're watching it and you get it, because a lot of people would watch this video and go, I don't know what any of the what is that, who's that guy, what is that? But I feel like that doesn't matter to the artist. I feel like this was made for people like us.
Yeah, because it is always fun to rewatch it and be like, oh, that's who that's supposed to be, or that's who that is. I finally figured out who that one is. But Fan Death was a synth pop band that formed in Brooklyn in 2007. There were 3 people in this group, but I'm only going to mention 2 of them because there is some bad blood that I've read about. So we have the 2 ladies right here.
Hold on. This is what? No, that's what the show's for.
I'll get into it.
Excuse me, but please pour that tea. Speaking of, I gotta go. You keep going. I just gotta grab my pop.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have 2 vocalists who are very artistic ladies and worked on various musical projects before forming Fan Death. And the name Fan Death is in reference to a Korean urban legend that sleeping with an electric fan on in an enclosed room will suffocate you while you sleep. The 2 women in Fan Death, what was that?
I elbowed the Myers headstone.
So we have Dandelion Wind O'Pain, and then we have Marta McKeever. So Marta was in a few other bands. She was the front woman for this band called Girl Nobody, and I think she was and is currently in a group called ESL. But basically, they formed Reunited, which is the music video that we're talking about, was on their EP called A Coin for the Well, and then their debut album, what was the name of that? Hold on just a sec. Womb of Dreams was released in the summer of 2010, and they toured with groups like Florence and the Machine, Franz Ferdinand, Ellie Goulding, Vampire Weekend. So basically you have these 2 ladies that are like performance artists coming together, and they created some really cool music videos. They have this video, and then there's another great video they have for a song called Veronica's Veil. Really pretty. This was actually directed by Dandy. Like, she came up with the concept for the video. It was choreographed by someone named Nathan Drillot, who has become kind of a prominent filmmaker in Canada. He did the choreography. He shot the video while Dandy directed it. But basically, we get, the video starts with Dandy. She is driving a truck and it breaks down, so she's calling Marta to meet her halfway, letting her know that she's going to be late because the truck broke down. And it's basically like this very whimsical music video of her hitching rides with like these celebrity impersonators.
Which also she's dressed like Alice. Or not Alice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of does have like an Alice in Wonderland kind
or
of.
Wizard of Oz. Like she's
Yeah, like
that's
Wizard
what
of Oz, or maybe kind of like.
But she's
Yeah.
wearing ruby slippers, like the ruby
Yeah,
shoes.
so I really love her outfit in this music video. She has like, it's like this cute little like romper dress and a blue shirt with clouds on it, and the red beret and the matching red shoes, and she has her bag. But basically she's like hitching rides with like these celebrity impersonators who we can. I always like to imagine these were artists that actually like influenced their sound, and the whole, like, the song is called Reunited, and I always liked the lyrics to this song a lot too, and so it's like she's, you know, lost, but she's being reunited with all like of these influences that are helping her along the way.
And not even just their sound, but maybe also like the camp that they work with theatrically, and because we also have like a Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman thing, and we have, so I believe that it's more than just musical. Like they really were like reintroducing themselves to the things that made them artists in the first place. It's really good.
And like, there's some humor to it. Like, we have like Billy Corgan is played by an older man in this.
He tries to hand her a pumpkin.
Yeah, and she's like creeped out. She's like, no. We have Prince, Axl Rose, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, Susie Sue, Peter Gabriel.
Sporty Spice.
No, that was
is that the Left Eye?
Yeah.
Well, it's only one.
Martin Gore.
Andre 3000.
Yes.
Peter Gabriel.
I mentioned that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Brian Eno.
Oh, the Eno one is kind of cool.
Bjork. Marilyn Manson.
The Bjork person is played by a dude with a full beard for some reason.
Just
don't question it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Courtney Love. But yeah, it's just the attention to detail. David Byrne, the choreography and everything, the attention to detail with the costumes and everything. I like it too because it kind of looks like it could have been shot in Michigan. It's just, I mean, I don't think it was. It was probably filmed in like Canada, but just the landscape of it, it's like, oh, it kind of, you know, looks like it could be Michigan or something.
And I feel like that's why it's shot in the place, wherever it was. That's why it is where it was, because it technically could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Anybody could look at that and go, oh, well, that's kind of like where I'm from. I mean, unless you're like from a desert state or something.
Yeah.
You can look at where they shot this and go, oh, well, I know 100 places that look just like that near me. You know? Yeah,
but it's a really interesting video, and I've thought of it from time to time over the years, and I remember like a few years passed, and I was like, oh, I wonder whatever happened to Fan Death. I wonder if they ever put anything new out, like, and because I'll every few years go back and rewatch the Reunited video, and I remember there was one time, like a few years later, I was like, oh, I wonder what happened to them. And so I was like Googling, and I came across these images, and I was like, wait a minute, these aren't the same girls. And so I kind of looked into it a little bit more, and apparently they went on tour like over in Europe for their debut album, and after the tour ended, Marta and Dandy ended up leaving, and apparently the third member, the guy that was like their producer, replaced them with these like doppelgangers. Like these girls had like the same haircuts and like hair colors as them, and he tried to like
pass it off as like they were just,
I guess so. And I thought it was so weird. I remember I was like, wait a minute, these aren't the same people. What happened here? And then I never, like, I don't think at the time I figured it out. I was just like, oh, that's a bummer. Like, I kind of wanted to hear more from them, and I'm not interested in this new lineup. Like, I thought the original girls in this video, like, were unique. Like, I wanted to hear more from them.
Well, it's not just that. They were the artists.
Yeah, and plus, like, when I first heard of Fan Death, like, I had looked into, like, their other projects and stuff, and I was like, wow, these women are, like, really interesting and inspiring. Like, they have this passion for art and music, and they keep themselves busy with it, and, like, that's what they want to do is create. And, yeah, so apparently he replaced them with these doppelgangers, and now, I guess, it was a very traumatic time for both of them, because I believe he was dating Dandy, and I don't know what happened, but I guess it was a traumatic time for both of them, and there was like a lot of like abuse and disrespect going on, and they were just trying to make art, and there was all this other stuff going on that they both needed to heal from. And so, yeah, unfortunately, the original lineup of Fan Death ended up dissolving, and I don't think he went very far with lineup after.
Right. What's more disrespectful than stealing someone's name? You know?
Yeah.
When you have like a band name like that, how do you say, well, you two might be leaving even though you two are the band, but I'm gonna keep the name and still be the band? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It was a bummer, but both of them, both of the ladies, I have found them on social media. Marta still makes music, and she lives, I think, like in a tiny town in Canada. I believe they both live in Canada now. Dandy is very active on Twitch. I found her Twitch channel. She so she's always been really into performance art, but she has like this interactive video game that she puts on every week. Like, she uses I've never seen anything like this, and I still don't completely understand it. Like, I need to watch it more, but she has like all this technology and like green screens, and it's like this interactive video game, and she does like dancing and stuff too, and it's called the Dandelion, and you can find her on Twitch at Dandy Does It. Just look it up one time. It's really out there. Like, I've never seen anything like it before, but very creative and very different. But I'm glad that they're still, you know, doing artistic things. They both have families now.
And that's good.
But yeah, it was just a very short moment in time that really stuck with me over the years. Like, this music video and this song really stayed with me, and it is sad to hear that maybe that was not like a great time for them, but they did create some amazing art out of it. But just knowing that they seem to be in better places now, and they're still going and still creating, is good. But
so if you get the chance, go on YouTube, Fan Death's song Reunited.
Mm-hmm.
The video is, if you understand like the imagery behind it,
Mm-hmm.
and the statements that some of the things in the video makes,
Yeah.
then you appreciate. Then you're probably our kind of people. Like,
Yeah, like if you're a fan of like synth pop, new wave music, there's a lot of that influence.
which I see them as like precursors to music that is almost more popular now than it has been.
Yeah.
Because what was the name of that band that got really famous for having not band, like a synth pop group that got famous for having a song on Jersey Shore? That I don't care.
I never watched Jersey Shore, so
No,
I don't
that
know.
I don't care song.
Oh, who were they? They were like,
Regardless,
wasn't that like Charlie
no.
XCX that sang on the song?
Is it? Oh,
I thought so.
I didn't know that.
Oh, that's
But
gonna drive me
regardless-
crazy
But
now.
regardless, like, I feel like they would have been precursors to that, because now we have artists like that all kind of sound like this. You have
Yeah.
the Dua Lipas and Ava Maxes and the like.
Yeah.
It is the artists at the beginning of sounds that you never hear of that influence that sound from then on.
Yeah. I've always loved the music video. I respected that it was the creators of the song that
Mhm.
also created the music video, and just the attention to detail, the
The-
passion put into it.
And that the character who welcomes our main character into their inspiration is the person dressed as Brian Eno. Like, the person who she runs into, that she when our character is finally like, oh, I'm here and I found where I'm supposed to be,
Yeah.
the main one is Eno. And that's not a whole lot of people know who Brian Eno is.
Yeah.
So we might have to do, well, you know what?
Because it took me a while to figure out that the big sunflower was Peter Gabriel, because at the time when I first saw this music video, I wasn't really familiar with like early Genesis and like Peter Gabriel's early live performances. So
That they could have dressed him with the dinosaur outfit or the angel outfit. Peter Gabriel in the beginning of Genesis was this big theatrical, like, it was like watching a Broadway play with this guy. And I know a lot of people later in their career kind of know him more for like the Sledgehammer era.
yeah.
But early Genesis was it was just as visual as it was audio. So I think the easiest way to go was the sunflower with the painted face, but there's a lot of looks that they could have done that Peter Gabriel fans would have gone, oh, I know, I get it.
Yeah, because I have no idea what the budget was for this video or anything, but the fact that they were able to create these
Looks
is I respect this video a lot.
I do too. They recreated Andre 3K's Hey Ya outfit.
Yeah.
They perfectly recreated like the Sweet Child of Mine November Rain.
Yeah, or the David Byrne Once in a Lifetime
Right,
suit.
with the shoulder pads.
Yeah. Or the music video ends with Marta and Dandy getting on the bicycle with Pee Wee Herman. This is just a
Played by someone
delightful, whimsical music video. And if you're into, like, you know, celebrity pop culture or anything, it is fun to kind of try to guess who each character is along the way.
Well, I mean, it's not that... The David Byrne one's pretty obvious because they're doing the...
Yeah.
But-
Or, like, the Prince...
Oh, yeah.
Early on is obvious, too.
But for Pee Wee Herman is also kind of, like... It's an old Asian man for some reason.
I mean...
Like,
it's just...
I feel like there is more symbolism that we're not getting behind why the people look... You know what I mean? Like...
I mean, these could have been just people they knew
That's
as
true.
well.
That's true.
So...
But I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
She's always liked it. We'd probably go back to this video once a year.
Mm-hmm.
More. I mean, once every 6 months we go back to this video and just kind of enjoy it a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's worth it.
I mean, for a band that wasn't really well known, it's so well made and it looks really nice.
Yes.
But yes, that is the short-lived group Fan Death and their music video for Reunited.
Wait, that's the question I always wanted to. Who's the painted white person with like the S&M gear on?
Martin Gore.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I never got that one, and now you all get it.
That was like mid-'80s when Depeche Mode were getting more into like the S&M kind of look.
No, I mean I know that. It just never clicked in my head that was supposed to be Martin Gore.
Oh yeah.
I was like, is that supposed to be Rob Halford? Like what? It just never clicked to me of who that was supposed. But yes, that makes total sense that that's supposed to be Martin Gore.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.